Right, time to move on to our next video, and I am padding for time to remind myself because I have been out and walked the dog and picked the kids up from nursery and what an exciting life I have. Yes, that's it, yellow car, lap counters. We're going to start finish line. Let's just move this out of the way because that's annoying me, it's very complex. Let's put it over there. Now, we want the yellow car to go across the start finish line, and when it goes across the start finish line we want a lap counter to increase by 1, and it goes all the way around the track, and it goes to 2 and 3, and maybe ultimately where we're going, ultimately where we're going to go to is going to put 2 cars on there, set it so that they can have a 3-lap race, and the first one to cross the finish line, message comes up, yellow car wins or blue car wins or whatever. So we need to keep a record of how many laps the yellow car has done. So ultimately what we're basically saying is, if the yellow car crosses the pink, then if yellow car sprite, put my teeth back in. If yellow car sprite touches pink, increase lap counter by 1. There is nothing here about a lap counter. We don't have any mention of a lap counter because we haven't created a variable to store the number of laps that the yellow car has done. So to create a variable we need to use data. I've only got 2 buttons and I won't bore you with all of these, we're just going to do it really. So I have to show you this bit, otherwise it's going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to make a variable which I will call yellow car lap. Now I'm not going to go too technical for this sprite owning cloud variables. Just trust me, we'll ignore that for this particular video because we just want to move you on relatively quickly through this. We're just going to press OK. And what appears up here is yellow car lap and it says 0. Okay, that's good. And you can see we have lots of different options here. So when we start the game, the yellow car lap needs to be at 0. We'll come back to that, and we go round, the car goes round, and then it increases by 1. So let's come back over here. We need to keep asking the question, am I touching pink? As I'm a yellow car, am I touching the pink? If I am, increase the lap counter by 1. So here comes your task. I'm going to suggest that we keep it in a separate block, and we're going to do this. When green flag is clicked, we need to keep asking the question forever. So we'll have a forever loop. I'm not doing this for you, I'm telling you which tools you need. Forever. We're going to need to be asking an if then. We're going to need our sensing. If touching colour pink, then, well, I wonder what we should do. We don't want to set the yellow car lap to 0. We just want to increase the yellow car by 1. Talking of setting the yellow car lap, why don't you do this bit? I'll give you a clue, you need that one. Do this first bit. Why don't you do that and then see what happens when your car hits the pink line? Because it's not quite perfect. It'll work, but in fact you'll notice your yellow car lap will go up by a lot more than 1. See if you can work out how to solve that problem, and then when you've stopped your game, press play again. Now the yellow car lap will still remain at the number that it finished in the last game. So it's a little bit more than just increasing the number of laps the car has done. You've got to start the game with this being 0. Now I'm not going to tell you, well yeah, look, here it is, right? Where that goes, well, you need to work that one out for yourselves. So that's your task. When you start the game, the yellow car lap counter is 0. Every time it crosses the pink, it needs to go up by 1, and it won't do that first of all. Off you go.